You guys coming at you with a little bit of a different type of video. We are gonna take a look at the recently revamped area of Incarnam. In fact, Incarnam is gone. It got totally remade into Albuera here, and this is the second time they've revamped the second area. When the first launch, as version 1.29. They kept Incarnam intact from the PC, and then at some point, I forget exactly when, they revamped it again to make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more in line with being on a mobile device, and added the layers and stuff like that. Obviously, something is not working. Something along the way loses people to the point where they felt they had to revamp the beginning area again, and I think they're onto something, because my biggest point of contention of this game is that the game itself is great. It's a great game. We could all agree it's an amazing game. The gameplay is solid, but there's something about it, especially when it comes to like the Western audience, where it just doesn't connect. There's like I've said this before. There's no reason why Dofus shouldn't have a huge fan base with the Western audience, especially here in the U.S. Where I mean, Dofus as a franchise has been around for close to like 20 years, and it's had no traction at all when it comes to like the Western audience. Like, people haven't heard of this game. There was a little bit of interest in it at the beginning, I'd say at the late 2000s, early 2000s, somewhere around there, just because they were pushing it a little bit when it came to like TV commercials. But other than that, the game is pretty much non-existent when it comes to the Western audience. So I figured today we're going to take a very good look at the beginning area, not from the player's perspective, but more for like a game design perspective, like what's working, what's not, what's good, what isn't. And I think it could be a fun video. You guys know here at this channel, Challenger EX, we don't just do gameplay videos. We do analysis, we do commentary, we do in-depth reviews and stuff of that nature. So I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I'm recording this on a whim. I have no idea how long it's gonna be, but I'm sure you guys could take a look at the time of the video. But we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. I think I should be all set up here to kind of go over here. But let's go over the blog here first and see what they're trying to do. It starts. In an effort to offer an even more enjoyable, user-friendly gaming experience, we have decided to redesign Dofus Touch Adventure from the very beginning. Update 1.57 will be when we say goodbye to Incarnam and welcome a new area to replace the Celestial Island, which has witnessed so many adventures being born over the years. So yeah, they had this whole push with Alberta. It had this whole cross-media thing where like this thing was gonna be implemented, and PC Dofus, Whack-Fu, I think there's like a animated short or some sort of movie tied to this. I know PC Dofus got the Forge Lancer as a new class. So here we go. This is their new thing they're trying to push here with. So on Dofus Touch, we got it in that it's now our beginning area. As the initial experience on mobile devices is so important for a new player, and because Dofus Touch has such a variety of deep game mechanics, we felt we needed to make some big changes to give more help to new players. A story with higher stakes. I think this is important here. New equipment designed for all elemental types, the ability to try out other classes. We have identified many areas for improvement, and we will use this devlog to give you a preview of what to expect to find the next Dofus Touch update. So obviously this update is already live, so this was before it came out. So already they really want to emphasize and really consider people coming into, because of course, like you want, ideally, you want to recommend this game to a friend, right? It's like, oh, check out this cool game, and you want it to stick around, right? You want it to connect to the game in some sort of form to be able to entice them to stick with the game, continue with the game, and hopefully at the end become a fan of the game, because it's a great game. It's a great game. So why revamp the start of the game? Great question, and we have several answers. The first is simple. Dofus Touch is growing, with an increasing number of players and a desire on our part to provide a more mobile experience. Dofus Touch may be 6 years old, but we still may have other plans to develop it further in the coming years. And what better way to take the next step than to start from a solid foundation? Yeah, if you guys saw my previous video where I went over the missive here, I really want to emphasize, like, since they're kind of revamping the foundation of the game, they really got to consider what works and what doesn't, because even though a lot of people, especially a lot of people who watch the channel, the whole beginning area may be irrelevant to you, it's still an important part to bringing and growing the community. So this is why I'm making an effort here to cover this in video form for you guys too. The second answer is more pragmatic. We had already worked on Incarnam in 2017 to introduce the layers, as I explained. But after multiple data studies on the behavior of new players, we came to the conclusion that the beginning of the game wasn't adequate. Although Incarnam area has a unique atmosphere, it proved to be tedious. And yeah, I would agree. The quests they had you do, they just got you like running all over the place for like no reason at all. And it became frustrating. It's like one quest would send you to like to the other end of the map, and you gotta like run back, and then it sends you to another end. It's like, that's so annoying. Initial work was therefore done with early player data collected over a period of several weeks before we decided the new introduction to Dofus Touch. We wanted to know what worked in Incarnam and what was obsolete. This period allowed us to analyze the behavior of tens of thousands of new players. Ooh, that's a lot of players. These are the areas we looked at. The completion rate of Incarnam area in relation to each class, the average level players have reached when leaving the area, and their play time up to that point. They keep data on all this stuff. That's crazy. The last actions done by the player before giving up on the game. I would like to know. Rage quit. The average play time for the first time game sessions, the last quest objective completed by a player, the monsters that new players defeated, and I don't know what's here. Just ellipses. The findings were clear. Certain quests were boring or hard to understand. Perhaps the best example we can give you would be the quest Temporary Death. Yeah. This is the one where you have to turn into a ghost and it just kills you. As a reminder, this quest made players die and transform into a ghost before meeting a phoenix to reincarnate. We noticed that many players logged out at this point, never to return. Temporary death, huh? Yeah, there's a little bit of truth to that right there. That's funny. That's funny and ironic. We learned several lessons from this kind of issue. Certain game mechanics were not introduced at the right time, which would be disastrous for the game, for the player experience. We needed to gather a new player as much as possible, even if it means holding our hands for a short while. Yeah, I think this is one of the errors Dofus makes. It's because it's such an old game. Like I said, it's going on to 20 years. The way gamers are nowadays compared to how they were 20 years ago, they're way different. Now again, because of the whole like social media and having short attention span, the modern gamer does need to have their hand holding a lot more than a gamer like back in the early 2000s does. And just the nature of the game industry, the game audience, that's the direction it went. And Dofus Touch, as it is, it doesn't hold your hand at all. And for some people, that's amazing. Some people love, just throw me into the sharks and let me figure it out. Some people love that gameplay style. But I think the game industry as a whole shifted away from that. Most players, again, need their hand to be holded. They need tutorials. They need to be walked through this stuff pretty much, like a little kid. And it's just the way the industry is right now. This is why a lot of games have like these redundant tutorials at the beginning of them, for these types of people, because the average Joe needs it pretty much. See, other than this type of issue, Incarnam proved to have a big pacing problem for multiple reasons. The map was much too big for quests that require what I say, a lot of back and forth. Ooh, Challenger knows this. Challenger knows this. He knows what he's talking about. The area level order was confusing, with adjacent areas sometimes having more than 30 level difference. The area was not up to standards in terms of story. Again, this is what I emphasized in the last video. Story has to be key here. Story is the way people are going to connect with the game, characters, and the world. And what was at stake? Although the storyline introduced the Dofus, it did not provide enough emotional heights and lows to keep players engaged. You know what? I spoke, going back to the previous video, this is kind of like the sequel to the Missive. I spoke about Wagfu briefly, and Wagfu does the beginning kind of the beginning arc. It does it so well. Like, I was twirling. Is, for you guys not familiar with it, it's pretty much a spoof on it's like a Saturday morning cartoon. It spoofs a lot like Pokemon, where you're kind of chasing like these Team Rocket type characters, and you know, you're the good guy, they're the bad guy, go get them. Simple storylines, simple incentive, and Dofus is totally missing that right now, as far as Touch is concerned. The atmosphere was basically too peaceful. The sights and sounds contributed to this. Yeah, it was boring. You're listening to the music right now, the ambient music, that was pretty much Incarnam music. It just puts you to sleep. So we set about working on each of these issues so we could offer a condensed and exciting adventure in a new, original, and more dangerous area, the Albuera Archipelago. Let's explore what this update has in store for you. Tell me what you like, and I'll tell you who you are. So this is a cool little feature they added here. Dofus Touch has 15 classes, which is a lot of classes, believe it or not. And it can be difficult to choose from, and one that suits your best when you launch the game at the first time. Yeah, it could be super overwhelming, especially if you have no clue what these classes do, their names, or anything, no context at all. As you know, building your character takes time, and ultimately realizing that the one you pick does not suit your playstyle can be a big disappointment. So we felt it was important to offer a simple tools to players discovering the world of the Cosmos so that they could settle in comfortably. We therefore came up with a very short questionnaire, just 3 questions, to help determine the kind of character that you would like to play. A total of 8 classes could be suggested based on your answers. The classes we chose reflect the game's archetypes: tank, healer, damage dealer, first and foremost. What if you were Sekir and not any rips up from the start? Okay, so let's get going. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. I'm kind of set up where I could switch between these two things. So look at that, we're moving now. We're leveling up, folks. We're leveling up. Okay, so speaking of this, let me see. Actually, let's check it out right now. So we're gonna go ahead and start a new character on this account. So we go through here. So we're going to go to recommendations here. So when you start the game, this is the screen you're going to see. Here's the 3 little questions. You're about to fight an extremely powerful monster. Your strategy. Option 1. I try to destroy them before they have time to do anything. Option 2. I think carefully about the best way to defeat them. I think this is a choice between a close combat character and a long range. I think most people are going to go with the rush. Just hit them, just whack them, pretty much. Some people may go with here, but we're going to go with close combat. See what that gives us. The fight starts. You take up a position in front, close to the monster, at a distance to measure the strength. I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back to see the other one. But we're gonna stick with more of the aggressive, the more defensive. So we're gonna go aggressive here. The monster rushes at you. Your reaction. I hit harder than they do. I take it. I'm used to it. And I can protect my allies. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's hit really hard. Instead of taking it, let's do this. Yeah, we got a sack right here, which is awesome. Yeah, I wish I could go back and retake it. I wish it would give me an option to like reconsider my answers. And tank, damage, positioning. I think this is a great effort on developers. It's definitely a step in the right direction. I think there could be a little bit more information here. Maybe like a character trailer or something that shows the character you're about to pick in action. Having a static image is kind of lame. Having a character gameplay trailer here play would be pretty cool. And I can see the other classes. Actually, oh, you know what? Actually, I could go back. Alright, so let's try and mix it up here. So let's be a little bit more defensive. Oh, it gives it more illustrations here. The 5 stars, monsters. Okay, it's the same statement up there. Okay, so awareness, yeah. Make yourself untouchable. Resist the blows. Let's go to resist the blows. My armor's solid. It didn't hurt a bit. I heal myself. Okay, so this is Annie. This might be Eka here. Feka. I heal myself quickly after the attack. Is this gonna give an Annie? No, yeah, look at that. we could predict here. So yeah, I think this is cool. I think this definitely helps players. Okay, so I think this is more Osa. Attack from behind when they least suspect it. What is this going to give us? Oh, surround. Yeah, of course. I do wish they would, I guess another way to narrow this, I do wish they would ask, what's your favorite element here? I mean, the elemental trope, it's popular because I think a lot of people would choose a character based on their affinity to a certain element. Kind of like how Pokemon works, how some people's favorite Pokemon are fire Pokemon and stuff of the nature. Obviously, Avatar: The Last Vendor revolved around the 4 elements. I think if they ask you what element you like, I think if it gives you a character that revolves around that element, I think that would help people connect with that character a little bit more, right? If I choose fire at the beginning, right? Intelligence is my favorite element, fire. And then it narrows down the selection to just give me a character that can be built in the fire element, right? I think a question about elements would be nice here, but other than that, I think this is cool. Because it could be spruced up a little bit. Like I said, I would like to see like them kind of do cool stuff here. Like if I click on them, maybe they do some animations. Show me some of the spells. Show me how cool the spells are, right? Show me make it flashy, right? Show me the nice splash effects, the hit sparks. That'd be cool. But other than that, super clean and everything. But let me know what you guys think about this. And let's go back to the web. There we go. Goodbye Incarnam, hello Alberta. Also, new game area is an archipelago We had an opportunity to create multiple environments with different hemispheres and challenges, which adds a variety and also a certain pacing during a new first player session. You can explore 3 different islands, each with its own unique character. Sorry guys, I need some water. Give me a second. Alright, we back. The main island is Albuera, and its northern landscapes are snowy with Viking influences. It is also inhabited by forged lances settlers, formidable warriors who wield lances and don't follow the teachings of any god. They also keep seeking a fresh start in this archipelago by building a magnificent village. The island is also populated by a variety of wild animals similar to our bears and eagles. You guys see some images here. Looks cool. To chrome Ethiopia. I don't know what that says. Sounds intense. Oh, here we go. You think I'm scared of you? To chrome Ethiopia. As for Belladonna Island, it has a castle and a greenhouse where climbing plants have been allowed to run riot. Belladonna's magic ultimately gave them consciousness, and now they manipulate the island's statues, chase warriors away. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So these guys are actually, I thought these were like, there we go. A little piece of interesting lore right there. I thought these guys were like just like monsters, but they're actually, the monsters are the plants. And they're kind of like puppeteering these statues. That's interesting. Kanjedo Island is the area dedicated to training of Iberian warriors. A specific magic pervades the area, which allows visitors to temporarily transform into different class. Warriors can therefore improve their knowledge in other classes. Okay, yeah, this is a little training area here pretty much. It looks cool. It looks really nice. A series of new quests for a new beginning. Your adventure starts after leaving Incarnam on your way to Astrub. Unfortunately, some magical disturbances cause a battle between 4 Lanch warriors and a mysterious Mer captains. I would assume these are pirates, maybe? Throw you off course and you find yourself on one of the archipelago beaches. Spyr. I'm sure that's some sort of pun. A seasoned Forlange who is very keen to solve his colony's problems accompanies you throughout your adventure to give you a helping hand. So this is cool. This is a nice little... maybe that's in the story somehow when you start, but that's pretty cool. Incarnam. So technically this place takes place after Incarnam, and when you were being transported from Incarnam to Astrub, there was an accident, and this is where you landed here. In this new area, which you play entirely solo, that's important to keep in mind here, which is a hit or miss, but I think, it's just an area you could experience just on your own pace. I think that's important here. You can meet and train alongside members of the Spyr clan, or help great Jarl Odin manage the colony. But lurking in the shadows, the witch Belladonna is shamelessly carrying out her plan to achieve eternal youth, and at the expense of Albuera's inhabitants. Using steady and calculated pacing, we wanted to alternate between combat and calmer moments for the introduction to the worlds of the 12th Touch. With busy NPCs adding life to the maps and rapidly changing monsters and environment based on the island you visit, all the little details have been thought of. Albuera promises to be an epic journey. We'll see about that. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and play through this beginning area, check it out for ourselves. Greater flexibility and errors without serious consequences. One of the biggest sources of frustration for new players is the fear of making a mistake when allocating. Yeah, this was the biggest thing here too. Beforehand, I'll explain it. I'll explain it as we play through the game. But pretty much, the game is expected you to commit points and attributes without having any knowledge about the game at all. And yeah, and I'm sure that stressed out people because what if I invest in intelligence, but I don't want to be intelligence later down, or I don't know how valuable intelligence as a build is, right? I don't know how difficult it would be. But since you're already committed, it's like there's very little you could do, so just quit. Like, whatever. As well as the new tutorial, we decided to improve this by working on on the following 3 areas. Equipment. 2 new sets can be acquired during your adventure. The first is a low level set, mainly provides general skills like health and damage. The second set provides characteristics and your traits of element, which can be changed for another element. Withdrawal Order. The way spell and characteristics points are relocated. With the Elite bonus pack, we introduced a quick and easy way to change your stats and your character. We decided to offer these features up to level 30 as long as you are in the archipelago. Yeah, this is cool. A way to try and introduce classes to change easily and permanently. A new non-instance Kanjedo will be on the new island of Albuera. It can be used to transform into another character class 50, 100, 200 for free and tested on pouch ink balls. Or in a challenge. These transformations have their own characteristics, so you don't need to have equipment. Okay, this is cool. Kind of gives you like a little preview of what a fully equipped class may look like. If there is a balancing update, the Kanjedo would be used to test these changes to a class without needing to create a new character. Because of this area, it is open to everyone. It has no level restrictions. Yeah, so even if you're like level 200, you could go back in here and kind of mess around with it. A class changing sorcerer is also available in Albuera and in a new Kanjedo. This sorcerer can transform you into another class at any time and an unlimited number of times. You just need to be at level 30 or below to use the services. With these additions, we hope there will be fewer mistakes made at the beginning of the game, and you will be happier with the new character you just created. Okay, yeah, and we'll be exploring those as we play through this section. Are you sure that it's all worth it? Okay, let's see. That's a legitimate question. Saying goodbye to Incarnam is a complex undertaking that carries risks. What would happen if no one understood the point of the game anymore? Or if no one liked the content? We have conducted multiple play tests with different player profiles under so-called professional conditions to see if our decisions were good or not. So both beginners and experienced players who are either familiar with Incarnam games or not tried Dofus Touch for several hours while professional players observed. Every reaction, both positive and negative, was recorded, and a detailed questionnaire was completed by participants at the end of the set. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I mean, as veterans, Dofus players, I mean, we do take a lot of stuff for granted. I'm sure a vast majority of people are people who stuck with the game since the beginning. But yeah, the game is super overwhelming, and it could be hard to notice as someone who's been playing the game for a very long time. So this was cool, a little playtest session they did here. With all this new data, we were reassured that we had made the right choices, but more importantly, we were able to detect and correct problems that would otherwise have annoyed you when the update went live. On top of all this, when the update goes live, we'll be analyzing key data and experience of new players so that you can see if there's any recurring problems and correct as soon as possible. Situation with layers, having proven their worth, the layers currently in Incarnam will remain in-game in a different form. We will share more information about them. So, yeah, the layers was a cool little concept. They were pretty much one player boss rooms. They were cool. I liked them. I wish I would have kept going with them. In closing, that's it for the devlog. We hope you like it and learn a little bit more about how we work and what you can expect with Albuera. We're counting on you to give us all the new feed. Yeah, and we're here. Pretty much doing this video to give feedback and to check it out for ourselves and to kind of experience it for ourselves too. So here we go. Gotta go into our little pseudo let's play. We're 30 minutes in. If you guys are familiar with my previous let's play, here's Cali Cakes. We're gonna go ahead and run it through it with him. And all right. Okay. Sign the GIF. Okay, I think we have a lot of it. Ooh, it's been a minute since I've been on Cali Kicks. Ooh, let's see that sign GIF. So obviously you won't see this when you put the game. But I've been collecting all these little freebies on this account. So we're just gonna assign. Ooh, wow. Oh, are we lagging? Oh, what happened? I think we kind of bugged this out. Alright, so here we go. This is a little beginning area. We're going to go ahead and turn off this chat here. We're going to leave up general and quests. Okay, so this is where you wash up. Let's check out what we have here. This is pretty cool. I like the music. It's a little bit more upbeat. Nice little animations here. And yeah, we're gonna just talk to this guy here. And this is Spyr. Wow, what a landing. You came from Incarnam, right? How do you feel? I came as soon as I heard the sound of your arrival. That's where you are? You're in the archipelago of Albuera. And if you are here, it's probably because of a Raccoon Attack. Let me introduce you to my leader. Follow me. Okay. So it takes us up to another map. It gives us a quest up here. But we're just gonna keep following these little arrows here. Here we are. Welcome to Albuera, our charming village. That's who he is. Oh, of course. In the heat of the action, we were never properly introduced. My name is Spyr. I'm captain in the Albuera Guard. Introduce yourself. It's a pleasure to meet you. Anyways, let me do the talking and maybe Albuera will come to help you. Give your humble thanks. That said, meeting the chief in the state will be an effort. Will be an affront. Here, equip the soldier set. That'll do nicely. Accept the gifts and equip them. Is that supposed to show us something? This information. Okay, so we received some stuff. See, here's already like the first big disconnect. It gave me some stuff here, right? How do I equip it? Imagine like I don't know anything about this game. Like how do I equip it? Right? So let's get rid of all this. Okay, so it gave us 3 pieces of equipment here. So assume we figure this out. Okay, now we have this equipped. Ooh, looking snazzy. Perfect. I got one last gift for you. Raise one eyebrow, questioning. This blessing will give you an elite bonus pack while you're in Albuera. And below level 25. I thought it was level 30. It was level 30, right? Did they change it? Yeah, it says level 30 here. I guess I changed that already. It'll help you earn experience and loot, and with it you can also reset your spells and characteristic points as often as you like. Give your humble thanks. Go on, you may go in. Enter the Great Charles Hall. Okay, so we got our bonus pack up here. We saw something pop up on the screen. It's like, okay, we check this out. What's this? And then here it says under level 41. Level under 41. So yeah, so there's a little bit of inconsistency here. Which is it? I don't know. On entering your companion hurries to give you the Chamberlain and Great Jarl Orden his report. Only then does he introduce you to the most glowing of terms. Oh yeah, a little mouse. Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep pressing on the green question marks. Again, I'm trying to play this like I'm a new player. So, welcome to Albuera, the future land of Glorio and Albuera. It's so hard to read this small phone. I know. In the midst of, they said they were gonna update the UI UX. I hope they do, because this is super tiny on a small phone, and it makes me not want to read it. Welcome to Albuera, the future land of glory and exploits. Here, everyone forges their own destiny as they rack up their victories. So, you got caught up in a Mercaptan attack. Well, on your way to Astrub City, is that right? Sorry to hear about that. I can probably help you, but first I need to ask for your favor. Keep listening. Let me get this straight to the point. A witch by the name of Belladonna is conspiring to destroy our village. Ask for explanation. She's giving the Mercaptans orders to attack us, kidnap our children, and destroy our boats. If something isn't done, my subjects will stop loving me. Okay, offer to help. Offer to kick Belladonna's backside. She's gone too far, and we've got other problems to deal with before we can help you. Offer to help. Turns to Ayan. Captain, show Cali kicks around our island. I'm putting you in charge of giving. I don't know what that is. Is that like a? Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a error text or part of the thing. In charge of giving. I think it's supposed to be a thing for my name, so it's already like a little typo in there. So little stuff like this can mess with the player too. This shows me that the game is not polished. This is not a good sign, because this is showing me the game is gonna be buggy. And yeah, so the little infer text, I think that's supposed to be my name in there. An overview of the place. Yeah, I'm putting you in charge of giving Cali kicks an overview of the place. And with that, we're done here. I'll take your leave. I can't wait for the village construction to be finished at last, so we can get the peace we deserve. That's what's next. We have 2 missions to perform. First, our crafters are having trouble with forest animals. And it highlights that. They've been attacking more and more often recently, and it has me worried. Second, I have to pay a visit to my clan. So what do you guys think so far? So far, like, my impression right now is like, it's kind of boring. I'm just reading a bunch of text. I'm not doing a whole lot of anything. And I'm only like 10 minutes into the playthrough, right? I haven't done much of anything. It's already too long. Great, we could go on and see my brother Ek in the training camp behind the chief's house. Or forming Kush at the dam. Okay, head out. Okay, so it gives me the little arrow. It gives me two. Okay, so it's already kind of like giving me too many options. So showing me to go two ways. Like which way do I go? I guess we'll go to here for. It didn't really tell me where. It gave me two options. So I guess we'll just go up. Okay, we got a little achievement here. Okay, what's this one here? So let's go. This is the closest one, so we're gonna go here. You know what, guys? I think, I think this needs to be. I think this needs to open up with a more action-oriented experience for a player. Talk about how we were attacked about more captains. How about we play through that, right? Let's play through the scene or the sequence where the boat we were on gets under siege. They overwhelm us, our boat gets destroyed, and then we end up here, right? We have a nice opening action sequence, but here, this is, to be honest, this is kind of boring. This is kind of boring. There's not much happening. I'm just running around talking to these characters. And again, this is what a new player is going to be thinking. Is like, remember, we live in an era where it's like short attention spans. Like, it needs to be whole lot snappier, right? The whole this is why TikTok's so popular, right? Because like 30-second videos. This is where people are at right now. And already like I said, I'm feeling bored already. There's not much going on. They talk about how it's attacked, right? But it's like, okay. I'm sick of tired of watching everyone else fight and not being allowed to participate. Glory calls my name too. Introduce herself. Well, A and Spyr and a stranger. What a nice surprise. I suppose I'm going to have to train the greenhorn yet again, right? Look plainly at A and Spyr. My brother won't be of any help to you. You're going to fight against my father, and then fight against my big sister. After that, I'll see if I can make. After that, I'll see what I can make of you. Tell me when to start. Go and see transpire. So what is he doing all the way up here? Wait, who's transpire? Aaron's. Okay. I'm already confused on who's who. I guess they all have Spyr. That's all their last names. Okay. I'm proud of the 3 children. Okay, so this is the dad. I'm proud of my 3 children. Together, they represent Albuera's future. Me, on the other hand, my time has passed. I'm just here to keep in shape. Adopted fighting stance. Okay. Alright, and this takes us into a fight here. I like the music. What I did like about the other Incarnam is it did kind of walk you through your first fight, which was nice. And again, I think they had the right idea. It just has to be a lot more snappier, right? As a new player, like I don't know what any of this does. Okay, he's gone. So here I would like to see some banter between the two. I don't know if it's like built to the game. Like I would have loved to see some dialogue happen within the fight, showing me hey, if you use this spell, try using this spell on me, right? What comes to mind is if you guys have played Wind Waker, there's a nice little battle tutorial that happens. It shows you how to use the buttons and stuff like that, but there's a little bit of banter between kind of the master and yourself, right? I would have loved to see that here, just to engage the player a little bit. And now we're talking back to this. Okay, he says the same thing. So we're victorious. That was a good fight. Thanks for proving that my father isn't what he used to be. Now it's my sister's turn to kick your backside. Ready? So the sister's here. Wait, did she just pop? Was she here this whole time? I don't remember. Our brother's a real tyrant when it comes to training. But no one has ever regretted training with him. He is a Spyr. Spyr? Is that how you pronounce? Spyr? Spyr? After all, I've got to do my best. Opt out of fighting stance. What happens if I pass here? Ooh, she kind of hurts. She kind of did like 20%. What happens if I fail? It probably just makes me want to reset the fight. Yeah, it'd be nice if she had some dialogue here. Give a little bit of context to her personality, her fight style, but at the same time telling me like to kind of incentivize me to like attack her, right? To like try different spells. Okay. So we're victorious. I can see that you enjoy knocking my family down a peg. Very well. Let's see how you measure up against me. Launch at Spyr. And even though I might be a little bit over leveled here, I think these fights are a little bit what's the word I want to say? They are within the means of somebody who just started a fresh new account at level. I mean, I would assume somebody is going to be here like around level 5. I may have been wrong about you. I owe you an apology, Calicix. You have my respect. Your path will be paved with your exploits, I can tell. Thank you for fighting me. Say thank you and leave. And let's see, we talked to you. Oh, okay. This is from my family. Great. And look, oh, there's so many options already. Ask what X problem is. See, this is the kind of dialogue they should be having within the fight. My brother can't accept that he can't go no longer. Eventually, because of an old injury, I'd like him to understand that his new role would bring him honor. Okay. Approve and go back and fight. So, okay, so is this a way to like refight him? Let's check. Brittany is just starting her weapon classes. She still has a long way to go, but she's going to be a great fighter. Say thank you and leave. Spyr. Father was an incredible warrior in his youth. When I was little, he used to show me his trophies, and they were amazing. A giant carl of tentacle, a dragon big skull. Who knows? Maybe you'll have some one day. Thanks. Okay, see, like being everybody. I didn't think you do so brilliantly. Buy the lands. Let's finish dealing with the animal issue. Then we can talk about the Great Jarl. To the Great Jarl about Belladonna. Get to work. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the next point. Stay back because my little twitwowels are afraid of strangers. Oh yeah, he's got a little owl pet right there. That's cool. With the right herbs, I can make truly exceptional healing potions. You should think about learning the alchemist's profession in Astrub. A little bit of foreshadowing there. Foreshadowing. Okay, here we are, the next quest. They did a really great job with the art here, I gotta say. Some people thought building an aqueduct was premature, but we're building our island around it. And we will prosper. Introduce yourself. Charles sent 2 heroes to help me. I'm glad to see he's taking the situation serious. 2 heroes? Who's the other hero? That's what's wrong. Wild animals have become very aggressive lately. My guys can't work anymore. If you fought a few, that would give us a breather. Get to work. Yeah, so here, there's no... They're not kind of showing the player these quests, right? So I did get a quest. But they're not denoting that I got a quest, right? So right now it's like, okay, go fight some monsters, right? But it's like, okay, where do I go? If I didn't know to check my quest book, it's in here. Right? There should be a prompt that shows me, oh, go defeat 2 of these guys, right? So once he stops talking, maybe something pops up on the screens like, defeat 2 of these, right? And again, because I know as an experienced player, I know when this comes up on the screen, I could click on it and it shows me the information. But I think that's another problem Incarnam has in general. They have a lot of trouble delivering information to the player. Okay, so we're just fight some of these guys here. Yeah, see, like I'm already failing challenges here. I don't think challenges. I don't think challengers should be here either. Because this is showing me I'm already doing something wrong. And as a new player, that could be something as... It's like, what is this, right? There's no explanation to what this is. So challenges, back here, like I do fight 3 of these guys. Maybe one of these guys shows me what a challenge is, right? Try to beat me while the challenge is here, right? Something to that effect. Not only telling the player, but showing the player what these are, right? Show, don't tell. Yeah, here we go. It's a totally different challenge here. I have no idea what these are. They were never explained. And again, this is a big old map too. Like, I'm just passing. So there's no reason to have a map of this big. I think just making everything as easy as possible here. I think that's key. We got a quest update here, but I think there should be like a little prompt that pops up. That says like complete it. This kill 2 out of 2. Remaining this, right? Don't make me go in here and click buttons. Just show me. Okay, so we need to kill weasel rat too. Weasel rats. Okay, that should be it here. Look at this huge map. Why? You're trying to get the player to engage. It's like, this is not the way to do it. It's like, I'm literally just doing nothing. Just passing for the handful of turns. At least have these maps like with a mid-range position, starting positions. And again, like they haven't shown me how to use any of this stuff. Fail the challenge, I'll be like, what? Why do I keep failing this thing? I don't know. We're getting levels, even at level 18, which is good. This map's a little annoying with this noise here. Quest updated. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see why this could be so frustrating for a new player. Like, the game doesn't really explain anything at all. You have to figure out a lot of the things. Some people, okay, so make a report. Sound the alarm, the raccoon stole the aqueduct blueprint. Catch him. This would be a nice point to maybe change the music here. Make it a little bit more of a statement that like, oh shoot, the raccoon stole something, right? And here's the raccoon here. We could talk to him. Fight the animal. Like, make it more intense. Like give. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree with what I'm saying here? Like, he was shouting, like, oh shoot, like some stuff went down. This raccoon. Okay, we kill the raccoon. After being defeated, raccoon runs off towards the east. Okay, so you tell me he runs off to the east. Okay. Nice fight, but we'd better hurry and get to the blue. Yeah, some sort of urgency, right? If the raccoon popped up, he stole some stuff. It's like, nice fight, but we better hurry and get to the blueprints back so the construction of the aqueduct isn't held up. They flew off towards the east. They, is it more than one raccoon? Run after the blueprints. Okay, how come it's not showing me where to go? Okay, let's chase a raccoon. Okay, this is annoying here. I don't know if you guys notice here. When you walk into this map here, this thing starts glowing, right? But let's talk to this NPC. Whoa, I thought you were a boar bear. Just a bit more, and the jar would give me another... Okay, yeah, guys. So the glowing rock, you could easily miss that, right? It's like, you're not really looking, you're looking for the raccoon, right? You're expecting to see the raccoon sprite. So you could easily miss this thing here. This guy here, he's in the perfect place to tell you, oh, I saw something go behind some rocks, right? It's like rocks. like, okay, there's some rocks here. There's nothing here. Okay, there's some rocks over here. Nothing. Again, this is exactly what a new player is gonna do. That has no experience with Dofus, right? It's rocks. Oh, there's some rocks over here, right? And he'll point you to these rocks. But as of now, like, just having these little glowy rocks, you could miss that so easily. Because your eye, your focal point of the eye, you know, these guys are moving here. So when these guys, this is where your eye goes, right? So I think this is another misstep here too. And it's like, oh, okay, rocks. Okay. And then I'm gonna be running around everywhere. But this is pointing me over here. It's like, is this broken? Right? So just, again, make it stupid proof, pretty much. Come on, click on the rocks here. Tells me quest update. And have to go back into this menu to check what it updated. Recover the last page. So I don't know if they have to give like dialogue to your character. Like, oh, there's a page down here, right? Something that doesn't take me into another menu, right? Don't take me out. Don't break the immersion, pretty much. Because you're constantly telling me to check this stupid quest page. Okay, again with the glowing chair, which I don't think on the small screen it stands out. And at least one of these characters could tell me, hey, use this button here to check for interactables, right? There's no mention of nothing. So I like this. I like what they did here. I clicked on the chair and there was instantly it affected something on the map, right? There was a nice instant feedback. I saw this squirrel pop up here again. No, the humans' activity must stop. Express surprise that the raccoon can talk. I'm much smarter than it seems. The forest animals' attacks are coordinated for a good reason. Anyway, give me back the blueprints. Refuse, brandish your weapon. You Tovians, all you know is violence and destruction. This island is our home, and you're destroying it. So just looking for a compromise. Tell your leader that I'll calm the animals down when he has solutions that will preserve the forest and leave us with access to drinking water. Turn towards Astrub. It's true that making this aqueduct involved building a dam and making the forest as bald as the chief heads. Keep listening. The aqueduct could redirect water for the animal, and we could also restore part of the forest. What do you think of that, my good animal? Listen to Rocky's reply. Oh, okay, so it's kind of a spoof off Rocket Raccoon. Be careful of what you do, Tovian. Our anger still growls. Absorb the reaction. Solving a problem with one's head rather than tackling the consequences with one fist now. Now that I like. Off to work. Now, Tovians, go back and see. Yeah, I'm just doing a lot of back and forth, a lot of dialogue. Not enough action. They talked about how Astrub was like so peaceful, and I don't think this is much of an improvement so far. And let's check the time here. We're about the hour mark. Again, look at that door. How does that stand out? Like the overall like direction of the island is like really dark and bleak. You could easily just miss that door, and I'm just like running around. It's like I'm talking to these guys, like, and it's telling me to go here somewhere. Hello, Calic Cakes. I'm traveling so sorry. Okay, so this is the guy that turns me into a new class. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's go in here. Because again, remember at the beginning of the game where we talked to this guy that was standing here? He didn't show us to go in here, right? We were teleported inside, right? So it would have been nice, again, if he would have walked in here, showing us, okay, this is where we're going in. Give us a nice, direct correlation to where we have to go, right? If we see the NPC walking in here, it's like, okay, this is where this guy went in last time. Let's go in here. But right now, you know, this is another place where like the player could be lost because he doesn't know where to go. Yeah, we were just teleported into this room when we had that interaction at the beginning. And with the player being teleported here, we have no context where this thing is. So let's talk to this guy. Welcome to. Okay, they always say the same things here. Explain your recent discoveries. Well, it's true that we are taking many precautions. Listen carefully. But if it's not too late to fix things and live in harmony here, let's do it. I'll talk to Foreman Kosh and invite this Rocky to sit down and talk. Nod in approval. Thank you for everything you've done for Albuera. I assume you like to head out and find Belladonna now. Is that it? You seem to have made a lot of progress since you've arrived, after all. Confirm that you may put an end to Belladonna's misdeeds. Belladonna is on a nearby island. There's a mariner outside on the dock. Give her this letter and she'll take you to it. Okay. Hang on, I'd like to give you some ordinary equipment to help you in the trials that waits. What element would you like? So here definitely give me the options that my character could be built in, right? Obviously the Sacker, I can't build it in fire, right? So even though, you know, this is why I think the elemental question at the beginning is important, because like, oh shoot, like I have affinity to like the fire element, the fire trope, right? What if I pick fire here, right? And then I'm stuck, even though I could change it. I'm making a decision that is kind of counterintuitive. You're allowing me to make a decision that's gonna hurt me in the long run. So here I would like this little section to consider your build. Especially now that Dofus Touch is kind of streamlining this, right? Sacker can only be built in earth, water, and air. So just give me those three options. And maybe tell me a little bit of what the elements do, right? So be it. You can change them whenever you like. Okay, so head out. Okay, yeah, he should tell me here. It's like, oh, put him on or try him on or something, right? Or maybe give me this at the beginning. Like, having... I think that's it, right? Okay, we got that on. It's very similar to this. Yeah. Honorific helmet is fighter helmet. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe later on in Astrub they'll do this, but yeah, there's so much missing information the player's not getting here. You know, talk to me about sets. Look at that, I'm wearing the wrong cape already because it looks very similar to this other one. Or maybe when you give me this stuff, get rid of this stuff in my inventory. Okay, get confused on which is which. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So far as a recap, we've arrived at this island. We've met this forest lancer. We fought his family. I don't know why we fought his family, but then we found this guy. He needed help with the aqueduct because the plans were stolen. by a raccoon. We got the plans. We somehow found peace with this raccoon. And now we're going back to Belladonna, which at the beginning they mentioned her, but then I got distracted by going finding the and again, coherent storytelling. Just keep it simple here. Belladonna seems to be like the main antagonist here. Make it all about her. All the quests should have been about her and how it all points to her. So it's like, oh, where are we? Here, let's go to that map. Are we on another island? Okay, yeah, so like the whole thing where we fought the family of 4 times, so that should have been related to Belladonna. It's like, oh, we gotta train, we gotta get ready to fight her, right? And this kind of starts building the anticipation that, oh, you're gonna have to fight her eventually at some point, right? So it's like, oh, we're gonna start training. Same with the aqueduct, right? Maybe Belladonna, she had to do something with aqueduct, and that's why you gotta help that guy, right? Belladonna's behind everything. Belladonna's essentially the big element here, which wasn't the case, right? You had me go do this kind of side thing, 2 side things before Belladonna. Okay, so now we gotta talk to this lady here. We gotta take a boat to go fight Belladonna. You need to roll your boat. Throw the store in the dust chest. Merrily, life is but a quest. That's cool. Show Orden's letter. Does Orden finally want to take action? Very well, I'll take you. Let me know where you could go. Get on board. Yeah, so like again, sense of urgency is important here. Like Orden told me about Belladonna. It's like, oh, we gotta go stop Belladonna essentially, right? But he's like, oh, but first we gotta take care of this. It's like, no, let's just get me straight to the point. Get me straight to the point. So I'm on this island here. I don't know what this is. What is this? There's not. What? What is this? No, yeah. Okay, there's nothing you can do there, so I just keep going here. Again, this music. It's good music. I like it. The composer did a great job, but I don't think it's fitting, right? New player, new to the game. You want to get them hype. You want them to get excited. These monsters here is like, oh, should I fight them? I don't know. It's like, do I need to fight them? It seems like I need to fight them before I move on. Right? It seems that way, right? Let's assume we do. It's like, okay, let's just fight these guys here. Okay, we got some levels. This is good. The constant like leveling up is. I think that's a good sign for players. Like they're making progress. Okay, we're gonna keep going here. So this is another part where like the player may just get stuck here. It's like, oh, do I have to fight these guys? Like I don't know, right? And again, a new little questing popped up. It would be cool if we had like a little insert card. It's like new quests, front and center. Make it obvious. New quests. Okay, so we're gonna talk to this guy. We're in front of the entrance to Belladonna's dungeon. You'll find lots of similar places in the world, and they contain many treasures. But you'll need a key to enter, if we can find such keys. Well, have a bunch of keys for you. It will let you open each dungeon in this world once a week. More than that, and you'll find... Wait. More than that, and you'll find that the dungeon key... More than that, and you'll need to find the dungeon... Okay, so... To enter. For this dungeon, maybe it's... Keeper will help you. Accept a bunch of keys. Taking a trip around the world to visit dungeons is a glorious quest. What about starting in style by kicking Belladonna's backside? After that, you can go and see Immersion in Astrub. I set this legendary quest. Takes this charm as well. If you equip it, it could give you a hand in combat. But be careful, it only works on this island. So thank you. Okay. He gave us something. Call for help charm. One summon, cast the call for help spell at the start of the fight. Link to care. Okay. Okay. We got the keys here. Yeah, it's alright. I kind of feel indifferent about this too. I think a lot more can be explained to a player without getting bogged down with a lot of the details. Turn slowly towards you, rustling his vines. Do you have a meeting with sketches for Belladonna? Show me the castle key and I'll let you pass. Use a bunch of keys. Okay. Okay, here we're ready to introduce our... I do like how snappier this is. It's way shorter than Incarnam was. This art looks amazing. I wish there was like a storyline, maybe down the line where you revisit this area with like level 200 enemies. This art is too good just to keep it to the beginning of the game. That I gotta say. Okay, so here, can we talk to this guy? Need help for this fight. Belladonna's magic has weakened me. I'll help you out. You just need to equip the charm I get. Okay, so there's an explanation. Okay, say thank you. So they do make it a point. It's like, hey, equip this. Okay, let's go ahead and attack. And again, just challenges here. There's no explanation for them. So yeah, it would be nice if this was explained to the player. And also, I've been unlocking new spells as well. I believe it'd be nice. It'd be nice if when I unlock a new spell, it plays a little sizzle video of how this spell could be used. That'd be nice. This is cool. I hope they do expand upon this on having somebody to help you. I think that's super cool. It is doable. They obviously have the means to do it. Sidekicks. This is cool. And it's a good way to introduce the player to the multiplayer aspects, or the cooperative aspects of the game. Misclick there. Oh, he's about to die too. This is cool. Like the art, I love the look of this whole section. A plus on art direction and the art style, the graphics. This is cool. It looks beautiful, especially introducing a new players. Like this is a beautiful game. And again, here, since you have the psychic, it'd be a nice little, you know, have a little bit of banter between with this guy here. You know, tell me more about these guys, right? It's like, oh, be careful with this guy. He does this. You don't want to get too close to him. Even though, I mean, they're not challenging, but give a little bit more context, right? Information via storytelling. I wish I had more sound effects. I don't like how it's just silent there. Alright, sweet. Let's see, say something. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, this charm, yeah. This is doable, guys. I don't know if they're teasing sidekicks. But yeah, I didn't know they had that here. Yeah, wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. And again, if you are gonna introduce these challenges, make them easy. Make them easy. Make the player feel like he's doing something right. Let's see what time. We're at 1:22. This might be one of my longest videos, guys. But I do think this is important because, you know, I wish more people would know about the game. Because it's an awesome game. Yeah, like have this guy tell me. So now I fight this guy with the shields. It's like, oh, this guy, you know, and tell me about the shield mechanics, right? What's there? And then he could be like, oh, some classes specialize in shields or something to that nature. Use this area to give me as much information as possible with context, within the context of the game. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure, I know it's a long one here. Make sure you drop a like. You know, it is my vision. My whole vision for the channel was to make content that I wish other people were making, and I love it. I love it when people make like more analytical videos about games they like. That lean more into like learning. That lean more into like the realm of like game design principles and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool. I like how they crumble into rocks. Yeah, it was so weird not hearing any like sound effects on some of this stuff. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but I don't like it. See, shield attack, no sound effect. And I don't think the guy has sound effects. But let's see. He's got healing sound effects there. Okay, let's just kill this guy. Oh, look at it, look. Oh, that looks so cool. Belladonna's magic. Okay, he doesn't say anything new. Yeah, I mean, this could have been like a cool kind of like climax section to this little story arc here. Again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but make it a big deal, right? Make it a big deal. It's like, oh shoot, you're about to fight Belladonna, this freaking powerful witch. But again, it's like there's no, maybe after you beat her, but there's no story elements introduced here either. Just fight her like any other regular mob. There's nothing special about this. There's no boss music either. It would have been nice to have like her own theme. And again, more like, it'd be nice if she like said some stuff here. Like, ho ho ho, you can never stop me. I'm the most powerful. Something corny, I don't know. And no sound effects for her either. It's so weird. And this guy could be like, oh, this is gonna be a tough fight. It's like, you gotta watch out for her spell attacks and her, like, what does this do? Like their little glyph thing. I don't know. I don't know. Again, you know, bring me into the world, give context to the world. And failing challenges, because like, okay, I failed. And here it'd be cool, like if you hit your own guy, it's like, oh no, you hit me, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with AoE attacks or something to that effect. Another challenge failed. Actually, we're kind of dying here too. What does he do? He puts a spell on me. 40% power. I wish he would heal me instead. Again, like this fight has to be exciting. It's like you kill them off, it's like, oh no! Oh, I actually killed my guy. Oh, she's running away. She's such a cool looking character too. She's a very witch hunts, light dungeons for glory. Okay, let's see what she says. What do you want, stranger? Why have you come to bother me in my home? Order her to stop the events. Laugh loudly. And give up eternal... Is that what she wanted? Eternal youth? I've read the oracles, and I shall see them come to pass. The Dofus will indeed be reunited. This is first mention of the Dofus. And... yeah. Okay, well, what are the Dofus? Why are they going to be reunited? What happens when they become reunited? So just as difficult to see the world from the afterlife. Step back. Very well, very well. I'll find some other way to stay young, but it's not satisfying. The 6 dragon eggs and their immense powers in the hands of just one person. Let her ramble and leave the castle. So does she want to get the eggs to be young? Is that their point they're trying to drive here? Because I'm not getting it. And yeah, I don't know. And then we're kicked out. Well, I didn't think we'll do that well. Our parts will be singing of Cali Kick's exploits for many years to come. Come with a reply. There were two of you. Ha 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 ha. But you did the lion's share of the work. Come on, let's get back and see Great Jarl Orden. He must be eager for us to return. Head out. And again, we're teleported back in here. Say you were victorious. Oh, you're alive. So you decided to turn around, huh? Guess a disapproving look. I didn't think you'd back down. I didn't think you'd back down, against Spyr. So Belladonna's lipstick. Impossible. She's not a danger anymore. Well, today's a great day. Tell me everything. Give a report on the situation. Kidnapping children to reunite the Dofus. Huh, interesting. Those dragon eggs are very well hidden. Only a rare few can claim. Okay, so is this going to be their thing? Because we know that Astrub is coming. The Astrub revamp. And is she going to be the main antagonist? That'd be cool. It would be nice to finally have a solid bad guy here. Kidnapping... But she was never kidnapping children, though. See, and this is where I mean where there's like a huge disconnect with how they deliver. It was just funny because they make animations, they make books and stuff like that. So if she was kidnapping children, how come we didn't see that? Instead, we helped the raccoon. Right? You guys see what I'm talking about, right? Like the quest. So the main quest line would have been. Stranger gets on the island, and then there's a call to action, right? The kids are being kidnapped. We don't know where they are. We need a strong, but nobody has the strength or the willpower to stand up to Belladonna, which they're suspected she's behind it, right? So we need a strong hero to go and investigate, right? That should have been the quest, right? We should go and look for a missing kid. We find him, we return. So, Belladonna was actually behind this. Let's go kick her butt, right? And then we find out she's kidnapping children because she wants to stay young. Kidnapping children to reunite the Dofus egg. So how are the children related to the Dofus egg? Why is she kidnapping the children? Why do the children know what or where are the Dofus egg? And this is what goes through my mind here, right? Because so far as a new player, these Dofus are still irrelevant. And like I don't know what they are. The game is called Dofus, but I didn't learn anything about the Dofus. Those dragon eggs are very well hidden. Only a rare few can claim. Keep listening. If you're interested in the Dofus, you can learn more about them in Astrub. Here. All we have is the original lands. Here, all we have is the original lands. Listen closely. The Mariner can take you to the Kanjedo Island, and there you can train with weapon masters from around the world and catch airships to Astrub. We started the preparations for a celebration in honor of you and Ayan. Shall we go? All right, everyone must already be talking about your victories. See you at the inn. Go to the inn. Okay, where's the inn? And again, it makes me go into this menu, clicking here. Okay, let's go here. And again, it just does a little glowy thing where it's like super hard to miss. All the fish of the sea, but the fish are also. And again, these NPCs are just kind of irrelevant. Like, they could remove the fisherman and make no difference. But let's go to the inn. What about this? In here, like I could go, how come I can't go in here? Like what's in here? Right. As you enter the inn, all eyes turn toward you. Little by little, everyone begins to chant your name. Into echoes. Okay, that's cool. So everybody hears, oh, this is the same family. What a disgrace. This meat is so much too weak. Innkeeper, I'm going to run you off to... Oh, my newest child in spirit. I'm proud of you. The Spyr name will once again shine like the original lance. My rose to amuse the people of Albuera. I hope you enjoy my antics. So how is Belladonna? I have a hard time believing that you beat her, given how puny you look. Haha, I'm kidding. You kicked my backside. How could I forget that getting here was a real chore? Thank you. Cheers. Okay, that's cool. Oh, our hero is finally here with us. Meat is going to flow freely through. Alright, take a pint of meat. Like here, it'd be cool if you get a nice little reward here. Like people are celebrating that you beat the evil witch, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what would you get here. Maybe it's another piece of cook. It'd be nice if you get like a little pet here, right? And then you kind of fill out your spots. Something, I don't know. Can I not equip this anymore? I guess this is dungeon only. Okay. So I got this Spyr here. Mead. Okay. This has been a wonderful adventure. Thank you for everything you've done for the village. Calicix. Our minstrels will sing. Okay. Give your humble thanks. Let's give him a hug. Haha, easy there. I'm still all bruised from our adventure. Take care of yourself. I hope we meet again at the World of 12. So thank you and bid him goodbye. So we unlocked all this stuff here, and again, there's no context here. We weren't explaining what achievements were. We're like, okay, we just got a bunch of stuff here. So I can see how this could be a little bit overwhelming. Level 26, and I believe when I try this during the beta. I believe you're like around level 20 when you complete this, which is nice. Okay, so now we're told to go over here. So yeah, even this map. Like, okay, so we went there. This is where we fought. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I was gonna say it still might be a little bit too big, but no, I think it's very concise. Okay. So we're talking to this pirate lady again. Row boat. Okay. Ask to Kanjedo Island. Head to the island. We got another. Welcome to my island, Valley Warrior. Here you'll find everything you need to train and discover the match provided by various of the gods. Okay, choose yourself. I'll show you the saps. Any method of trapezation. Head to the sap. Okay, so head to the sap. Sap's over here. Doesn't really tell us where to go, but saps are portals that let you teleport in exchange for a few commas, but you can also travel. But you can only travel to the ones you already know. You've already seen the one for Belladonna Island. Join me there. Using the sap. Try it out. Okay. So how was it? If you enjoyed this trip, remember that there were saps all over the place, all over the world. Traveling will never be tedious if fun. You're welcome. Now I can go back to Kanjedo Island to train or head to Astrub. There's an airship that'll get you there to the north. Talk to my brother and he'll take you. If we don't meet again, take care, Calicix. I don't know. So you brought me here just to teach me. So you kind of loop me around again. You know what would have been... Yeah, I mean, it just took me here just to teach me how to use this thing. I think there could have been a little bit more to it, a little bit more substance to it, but it is what it is. Like it could have been like even with the raccoon, right? How the raccoon ran away. It could have been like, oh, use the sap to catch him, to get in front of him or somehow, right? It could have leaned into more of the storytelling. So learn more about the Kanjedo. It's a place where you can try new ways to fight. Find a class master. Okay, ask for a tour. Gladly interested. Okay, let's go inside. Learn more about this room. You can discover other class magics by talking to the master of this floor. Be warned, if you leave the Kanjedo, you will lose a transformation. Master of some modus, Mahomedali, for example, will let you try Osman's magic. Let's continue the tour by going upstairs, shall we? Ah, the Clash of the Weapons. What a sweet melody. As for details about this place, here you can fight against punching balls. They are harmless and are used to test your combat skills. I suggest you attack those around your level because their potential health are exponential. If you're happy with the class you try, you can talk to the class changing sorcerer to change the class permanently, as long as you are no higher than level 40. Okay, and then it just kind of lets me hang there. Or do I talk to this guy? Oh, okay, so this is the same guy that's standing over there. So this is cool. I think this is more for like... Okay, we got another guy here. Find more about this floor. This floor was designed for organizing fights between adventurers. You just need to talk directly to the chat to communicate. This floor was designed to organize between adventurers. Just need to talk directly to using the chat. Thanks. You're welcome. Feel free to use beginner's channel in the chat to ask questions or answer it out. Oh, one last thing. Take these items now. Now you can hear. Okay, so we got more stuff. Oh, okay, so he gave us like ceremonial items. Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Ooh, look at that. We're all tricked out. Yeah, again, this would have been another opportunity to explain ceremonial items. Oh, damn, we're looking sweet, though. Ooh, we balling out. So he said to use the chat. So let's try that. Newbies channel. Let's say hello. So is this a map where other players can meet up here or something? I don't know. That was a little bit confusing because I thought this was... Anybody here? The user's channel is restricted. Okay. I don't know. This room's kind of... I don't know if level 200 people go in here and like fight. Maybe. This is cool to try other classes. This is cool little training area to check out your spells. Let's switch to a... Yeah. Okay, so level 200. And again, as a new player, I mean, this has very little relevance to you. Because even at level 200, right? Say you switch to level 200 yacht. You have no context for it, right? You don't know if this... Like, you don't know if these spells are going to be relevant and endgame. Like 600, right? Is that going to be good damage or not? I don't know if that's considered good. 500, is that going to be good enough? It's like, oh. So I think this is more for like... I don't know who this is for. Because again, I mean, this is pretty much what a new player is going to be doing. He's going to be pressing on this stuff. It's like, okay, what does this do? What does this do? Oh, this guy has a lot of health. So what do you guys think about the video so far? What do you guys think about my commentary, my thoughts? Do you guys agree with it? Do you guys have different ideas? You think what they have here was a step above Incarnam? You think this could be a little bit better, a little bit more concise, a little bit more streamlined? So it's like, okay, I tried the Yop. Okay, that was cool. Let me try it here. Let's see. I can turn to kind of what if you want to practice. See here, I think here it should tell me a little bit more about the class, right? It should kind of tell me what this class is good for. What are its specialties? So like, okay, let me check out the panda because you said he was good at positioning. What does that mean? I don't know. Again, new player would have no knowledge or context to any of this. So it's like, okay, some of these are great. Well, how come these are grayed out, right? This is a new player here. Like, okay, how come this... That spell cannot be cast. What do you mean cannot be cast at the moment? Okay, so that's kind of weird. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. And how do I switch back? I don't know. What happens if I just walk out? Okay, then I switch back to my class. Okay, that's cool. Do we have any more quests going on? Okay, I guess just go to Astrub here. Where do we go? He said up north. Go up here. No one survives an airship crash. I hope the wind continues to be kind. Say that you survived the falling down from Celestial Island. Let's go to Astrub. Go to Astrub. It'd be nice. This might be a little bit too much. It'd be nice if we play like a little cinematic. That'd be pretty cool. We're an astronaut impressive instinct. I'll drop you off. Statue. Okay. It's a sacred statue. And there we go, guys. That is the end of Albuera. I think it was just under an hour. I think ideally, I mean, without talking so much, I think overall you could get the whole thing done within like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, which is nice. The streamlining of it, the pacing of it is definitely cool. I still think it needs a little bit of work when it comes to storytelling. If they are designing Belladonna to be the bad guy of Dofus Touch, I think they could solidify that a little bit more. Again, we did two quests that are that weren't related to Belladonna, and it was kind of ridiculous how it's like, oh, when you go stop her, but first when you go do this, right? I think really drill the sense of urgency. Really drills like, really drill the fact that it's like you need to stop her, right? She's kidnapping children. If you don't stop her, it's like, oh, something bad's gonna happen if we don't do it. And yeah, and again, solidify, make the Dofus important, right? I should hear about the Dofus from the get go. Why are they important? Why are they important? Why do I need to get them? What happens if I don't get them? What happens if Belladonna gets them? Right? It's the end of the world. Oh shoot! I don't want that to happen, right? And yeah, I think they still need to explain a lot. They have a lot of explaining to do. Like, they didn't teach the player how to use this interface. They didn't help the player use this interface. I did like how in the previous Incarnam they have Joris kind of explaining to you. But I think if you tie this into the storytelling, right? I think that could help solidify and ease the player into it. As a Sacrier, you know, you do have 3 builds of elements. It's weird because there's 15 classes and you kind of have to make specific tutorials for each class. But I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Yeah, and then you just get thrown into this huge map here. I'd be curious to know. If we go back to our thing, I'd be curious to know at what point do most players just quit. Was that during Incarnam? I'm sure it was during Incarnam. If they felt they needed to revamp the horror, it must have been in there somewhere. But yeah, they didn't explain how to use the spell. Why? Did it explain? I think even this could be revamped here. Explain, like, solidifies, like, okay, Sacrier could be kind of how Diablo has the build trees, right? This path, if you want to go air is for this. If you want to go earth, air is for this. There's no context, right, on how to build your character. So not only is a player expected to learn the answer of how to navigate through the world, how to navigate through the character, they're asking so much from the player. And I think that's where the game kind of falls. And that's why people just don't connect with the game. Like I said at the beginning, there's a subset of players who like this, right? Figure it out. Just let me figure it out, because that's the fun part for them. But I think most players are just not there. And if they want to reach like a broad general audience, the way Whackfoot does it, it's really great. They introduce characters, story. It was good. I might do a video on Whackfoot, but I was amazed. I was amazed how pretty much everything that plagues Dofus, it was fixed in Whackfoot. But yeah, so yeah, they really didn't show you how to quit. They didn't really show you how to navigate all this UI element, all these menus. They show you, like, they still expect you to figure all this out on your own. So yeah, look, it's another Sacrier. Where's he going? Let's follow him. But yeah, guys. We're gonna wrap it here. We're about 2 hours in here, just under the 2 hours mark. It was a long video, but again, as somebody who's interested in game design, game flow, overall game mechanic elements, you know, and as somebody who loves this game, you know, it amazes me that the game is solid. Like, when it comes to game mechanics, it's awesome. It's an awesome game. I mean, we'll play it because we have fun with it. We'll love it. And I think we'll hope the game was bigger than what it actually is. Outside of France, of course. Like, I mean, they do take all the trouble to translate all this stuff and make an effort to be accessible to English players, but I don't know, there's something about it. It just doesn't connect with the English market. So Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I'm gonna log out here. Until next time, this has been Challenger EX. Take care of yourself and peace.